And the DeKalb County Jail is under a spotlight tonight, not just because of that escape of 3 inmates we've been telling you about, but before that escape, the sheriff already requested nearly $50 million to address problems inside of this 30-year-old jail.
11 Live's Doug Richards is live from outside the jail tonight. Doug, tell us more about what officials say needs to be done there.
Well, one of the asks that officials made was about the repair and replacement of windows, which may have been a weak spot causing the escape or enabling the escape of 3 inmates over the weekend. This video on social media appears to show sheets tied together hanging from a broken window at the DeKalb County Jail. County officials won't say officially how 3 inmates escaped the jail Sunday night, but window repairs were part of a list of upgrades cited by the sheriff in August in a request for almost $50 million worth of repairs, from new jail locks to new plumbing, elevators, and a new roof. A former sheriff told reporters Tuesday that repairs have been a need for years.
I gave warning signs to the Board of Commissioners that there were some infrastructure things that needed to be addressed: new roof, new chillers for the heating and air conditioning system, leaky pipes.
Former Sheriff Thomas Brown is now the U.S. Marshal whose personnel captured the escapees in Florida Monday. The DeKalb jail has been in use for 29 years. It's only a few years newer than the Fulton County jail, where disrepair has become a huge headache for the county and officials pondering a replacement. Brown urged DeKalb to act fast to avoid a similar scenario here.
Those things have to be addressed. And if they're not addressed, then what you're going to have are conditions similar to a local jail in the metropolitan Atlanta area.
That local jail former Sheriff Brown might be referring to as the Fulton County Jail, which has made a ton of news, obviously, over the last year over its conditions, its disrepair. And it's worth noting that the DeKalb County Jail is only a few years newer than that jail, and repairs are something that voters aren't real keen to pay for.
Yeah, Doug, you just mentioned Fulton County and the timeline. We know Fulton's jail was built in the late 80s. Are other jails around the metro really in that same timeline in terms of how old they are?
Yeah, they kind of are. I mean, like Gwinnett County's jail is one of the newer ones, portions of it built in the early 2000s, but most of them are maybe just a few years newer than the DeKalb County jail. All of these places are going to need some attention.
Yeah, conversations will be happening in many different counties. Doug Richards, thanks a lot.